In the final volleyball weekend of the year for the Big Ten, two in-conference rivals looking to come away with a victory here in East Lansing.
Ramsey Gary, she is one of the best freshmen in the Big Ten, and to be a freshman libero is sensational. The amount of digs she has on the year, she's a big part of Indiana, and she gets a lot of playing time.
No doubt, Jacob. We are moments away here from the first set. Both Big Ten Conference teams looking to come away with a conference victory right here in East Lansing. Stanishevska starting us off for the Spartans, trying to go to Bishop. She digs it up top to Hold'em now. Spartans still with possession, going over to Duzema. Trying to set up Hold'em once again, trying to get the freshman started early and often. Yosia now with the dig. Hold'em keeping it alive, but then going out of bounds, and the Hoosiers will take the first point.
Well, big rally there, and we talk about how good it is for both of these teams to get on a good start. They had bad starts last week, and so to get on to a good start this week is very important.
See the replay there. Hold'em just couldn't get it to her advantage. Gary will send us off the other way. Once again to Hold'em. And it'll be a point for the Hoosiers, so a couple of attacking errors so far for the Spartans. Gary now getting it over Stanishevska, trying to get it to Bishop, and that one was just a little too far in front for Bishop, and again, it's going to be another error on the Spartans.
Yeah, the set was just too far in front, as you mentioned. The Spartans need to cut off on errors and avoid a bad start like they had last week against Rutgers.
Spartans on the road the past couple weeks, looking to return home to this Breslin crowd. Gary now once again. Service error for her, and it's a point for the Spartans, so Leah Johnson and her squad gets on the board now.
And that's what Michigan State needed. Nice error by Indiana, anything you can get to get going.
And Yosia now getting the Spartans underway. And there's Kulig in there for the Spartans. She gets the block, and Michigan State back-to-back points, and Indiana leads 3-2.
Well, Michigan State was without Kulig to start the year, and her return for injury has been so big for the Spartans, helping the block up there.
Just adding power to the depth up front. Yosia now going to the opposite corner, and a beautiful kill there for the Hoosiers, and it was Avery Tatum who got the initial kill. Tatum has been fantastic, the 6'2" sophomore. As here she is now with the serve. Bishop trying to set up Kulig once again, and dug out well by Gary. Going to Hold'em again, and she gets the kill there. They've gone to Taylor Hold'em time and time again so far to start the game. She hasn't connected on one, but she finally gets it there.
Yeah, a few errors for Hold'em to start this game, but it's good for her and the Spartans to get right back on track and do what she does best.
Meisner now for Michigan State, getting ready to send it over. There now. Spartans going to Leah Moore. Hoosiers still battling it around, and they get the point. It's going to be Greg Gosnell for Indiana. First time calling her name so far for the Hoosiers. And again, Indiana so deep. This is a very well matchup like we talked about, Jacob.
Great depth on both sides.
Teams match up almost perfect to each other. As Gosnell now getting over to the Spartans. Stanishevska, just the overhead pass there, no intent to score. And the Hoosiers come away with another kill.
And that's why Hayworth is one of the best in assists per set in the Big Ten. She has a vision unlike anyone else really in the Big Ten, finding someone for the kill there.
And Cloheed getting credited for that one. And it's going to be a serve ace for the Hoosiers. It was Alonzo Corsellis. If they can get her going, Jacob, it's going to be big time for head coach Steve Aird.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about her in the Open, how talented she is at just a sophomore.
Alonzo Corsellis now can't get it over that time, so it's going to be a serve error and point for the Spartans.
Talk about announcer jinx, but she's been great this game so far. Just a little service error there. I expect her to respond.
Both teams just trying to get into their rhythm so far. Very early in the first set. You just want to get your offense set up. Let's hold them now. Trying to put the Hoosiers on defense, but they say no. And they get the point there off the kill. Alonzo Corsellis, I believe, got in there.
Yeah, Corsellis making up for her service error on the last play. Gets a great kill there. Hayworth with another assist.
Cloheed now sending it over to the Spartans. Going up top for Leah Moore. Good defense from the Hoosiers. And now Geddes with the tip pass. Spartans have possession. Aaliyah Moore once again, and she gets it that time. Aaliyah Moore with her first kill of the game.
Now, Aaliyah Moore is only 5'9", and she's playing in the front lines for the Spartans, but man, she can jump. And when she jumps, she has tremendous power. Going back to her on back-to-back plays there, she's been great.
Aaliyah Moore with 201 kills on the season so far. That was her 202nd. One of the many players on Michigan State with over 200 kills. That was going to be Amani MacArthur, that time in there. She gets the block and the front line. Michigan State showing the depth early.
Yeah, Amani MacArthur is 9th in the Big Ten in blocks and 1st in the Big Ten in solo blocks. She's a big force up in front.
Kulig now with the serve. Going cross to Geddes. Dug out nicely by Hold'em. Now to Leah Moore. Geddes one more time, and she gets it that one. Morgan Geddes with the kill. Hoosiers lead by 3.
Yeah, her second kill of the set already. Hayworth seems to like to go to her on those attacks. That time going cross court. Fantastic placement there from the senior. And that's why Hayworth leads the Big Ten in service aces. The left-hander puts so much power on that serve. It's so hard to return.
Hayworth now, once again, maintaining the serve. Very powerful serve as Hold'em corrals at that time. Going to Amani MacArthur, and she gets the kill to go.
Big stop there for the Spartans. Whenever you can stop the serve of Hayworth, it's big, and they set that up beautifully for MacArthur.
And it started with Hold'em in the back line, Meisinger getting a touch, and then MacArthur finishing the job for Michigan State. Julia Bishop now with the serve, in a very opposite serving style than Hayworth, just getting it over the net. And an attacking error there for the Hoosiers. So Julia Bishop with the service ace.
Yeah, any way you can get them, you'll take them. A little different service styles, as you said, but Julia Bishop makes it work.
And we've talked about it before this season, but Julia Bishop just trying to get the offense set up with her serve. They go now to Geddes once again, this time on the near side. Here's Hold'em, and she gets it from the back line.
And you saw how beautifully that offense was ready to get set up. Hold'em, a key player we talked about earlier, really making an impact, so consistent.
Taylor Hold'em getting the kill from the back line, a fantastic placement. And Bishop can't get that one over, so it'll be a serve error and a point for the Hoosiers.
Big point there for Indiana. Michigan State was rallying a few points up there to get the ball back and the serve back. That's huge.
And Gray Gonzel now with the serve on the near side. Hold going to Bishop. Bishop to MacArthur. And it's going to be blocked at the net by Ramelsburg. Couldn't see it from here with the net in line, but nonetheless, Ramelsburg got the block and a fantastic placement as we get another replay there. MacArthur and Ramelsburg right up at front. It's going to be a matchup we'll be watching all afternoon. Bishop once again, this time going to Kelly, and Grace Kelly had some confusion. The Hoosiers thought that they kept it alive, but Grace Kelly finished the job for Michigan State.
Yeah, the Hoosiers were pointing in the air like they thought it was still alive, but nevertheless, the ref marks it dead. Michigan State point.
Karolina Staniszewska has the serve for the Spartans. The serve error for Staniszewska. Michigan State, a few errors so far to start the game, giving Indiana opportunities, and Indiana so far taking advantage.
Yeah, with how close this game is, it hurts to see service errors. Leah Johnson has to be disappointed in that.
2 for each side so far. Bishop now, Duzema. Duzema blocked up front by Cloheed. Cloheed can do it. Fantastic on both ends, offense and defense, showing the defensive side there. Ramsey Gary now. Bishop one more time, this time over to Hold'em, and Hold'em gets the kill.
And that's her 3rd kill of the set. She's doing great so far.
And Leah Johnson, so far this year, has wanted to do a better job of getting Hold'em more involved early, as we get a great look there of Leah Johnson with Rachel Meisinger. But as I was saying, they want to get Hold'em involved early to get her in her rhythm. When you have a player like that gets in the rhythm, it can really help. As a great job tooling the block for the Hoosiers, and it's going to be a point for Indiana.
Yeah, Corsellis with her 3rd kill, so both of our superstars we looked at in the open already have 3 kills early.
Both teams trying to get started here early in this first set. You're watching volleyball on Big Ten Plus. Do not go anywhere. A very close game of action coming back. And we are back in the Breslin Center here for the first set of action. Indiana leading by 4 against the Michigan State Spartans. And in that first half of the first set, Michigan State 6 errors coming from both attacking errors and service errors.
Yeah, Michigan State is just playing more of an unclean game than Indiana right now. Indiana seems more synchronized than the Spartans, and that's why they have an early 4-point lead.
Tatum with serve now for the Hoosiers. Tatum now going to Hold'em. Hold'em blocked up front, and it was Cameron Hayworth who got in there for the block.
Man, she can do it all. Setting up, serving, and even blocking.
Great look there. On the replay, Hayworth's just jumping in front of Hold'em. They know that's where the Spartans are going. Hold'em now with the initial touch. They go back to her from Bishop. Alonzo Corsellis gets that one to go off the kill. A fantastic opportunity for Corsellis. She saw it right in front of the net and was able to hammer it home.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Corsellis has been spectacular this game, and Indiana keeps going to her.
Tatum continuing to serve. And again, announcer jinx there, Jacob, as she gets the service error, and it'll be a point for Michigan State.
Yeah, well, that was a big one for Michigan State. Indiana with a big lead. If you let them run away with it, set 1 is still very winnable for both of these teams, and this is a big serve for Michigan State.
Rachel Meisinger with the serve. She was just talking with Leah Johnson moments ago. Gary now couldn't handle it correctly, and they just go with the overhead pass from Lopez. This time Kulig gets in, and she gets the kill to go. Susanna Kulig making her presence known so far.
Meinziga saw Kulig behind her, was able to identify it, and get a great point for the Spartans.
Carey. Now over to Corsellis, and Alonzo Corsellis that time with the tip, and she got it. Fantastic placement. She's gone with the kill for the past couple points that she's gotten with the overhead attack, and that time she goes with the tip. Alonzo Corsellis now serving. Kulig up to Moore. And all the way over on the near side.
I mean, talk about the power from Aaliyah Moore. She hit that to the other side, and it just ricocheted out of bounds. That's insane strength.
Aaliyah Moore with a huge, powerful attack that she's utilized to her ability all year, as Kelly trying to go for the block, and it's going to go in the way of Hayworth.
Yeah, Hayworth winning the battle up front again. She doesn't have the height that Michigan State has up front, but man, she's battling with them.
The 5'10" junior from Fishers, Indiana. As Luca Fickle will check into the game.
The daughter of Luke Fickle, the Wisconsin head coach. A little bit of Big Ten athlete blood.
Fickle now. Meisner going over to Moore. Trying to go to Geddes for Indiana. And Grace Kelly trying to get it for the Spartans. And Grace Kelly gets the kill to go.
Kelly was kind of just caught in the air there and just poked it over in the spot where Indiana wasn't at. A perfect play for the Spartans and a big point that they needed.
Kulig will maintain the serve for Michigan State. Michigan State's got this deficit to 4. Taylor Hold'em now from the back line. Indiana trying to win the battle up front. Imani MacArthur gets it to go off the tip shot over the net. Fantastic placement there from Imani MacArthur.
And that's why her hitting percentage is so high. She ranks 5th in the Big Ten in hitting percentage. She's outstanding whenever she gets a touch.
And Michigan State getting the deficit now to 3, 19-16. We'll get a great replay at that placement from MacArthur.
Just putting it where Indiana isn't, that's a key for anyone up front.
Michigan State down 3, we will step away. First set coming your way in just a few moments. And we are back here in East Lansing. First set of Indiana and Michigan State getting ready to come to a close in the final points and making the action happen for our referees and line judges today. Daniel Hauser in there at line judge, Christina Feibig, Mary Gray in line judge as well, and George Carlton Jr. Could not have the action possible and the games possible without the wonderful referees from the NCAA and Big Ten.
Yeah, and they've been good so far. I mean, no challenges thus far. The coaches like how they're calling the game.
And it's always huge to have a clean game, and it really helps out both coaches and their momentum as well. Aaliyah Moore keeping it alive, going to Grace Kelly this time. Kelly once again up front with the block. Trying to set up Moore. Moore now, just a bit outside. And it's going to be an attacking error for Moore and a point in Indiana favor.
The fronts are just going back and forth in this game, causing big volleys to go. It's been fun to watch.
And Chloe Heat and Ramelsburg up front for Indiana have been fantastic, not allowing this front line from the Spartans to really get into a groove. Hayworth now. And that time just a little too far, and Michigan State will get the point right back.
Big attacking error for the Spartans. Whenever you can get Hayworth off the serve as quickly as possible, it's big.
Julia Bishop now with serve. Dug out by Gray. And now going to the far side, it's Ramelsburg with a beautiful kill, extending the Hoosiers' lead to 4.
Yeah, Michigan State really needed that point there. They've been trying to play catch up this whole set. Indiana with the big response to get the serve right back.
Indiana trying to not lose any momentum and close out this first set in East Lansing. Spartans go to Bishop, this time to Kelly. Off the net, and Gary couldn't dive and get it over. Hoosiers had trouble regaining the ball after Kelly tipped it over.
I think she tried to kick it as a last-ditch effort. So close, but Michigan State able to get the point.
Kelly now into the net, and it's going to go in favor of the Hoosiers. Kelly will check out, Staniszewska will check in.
Just too many errors so far for the Spartans. Indiana taking advantage.
Michigan State with 5 attacking errors so far in the first set. Bishop now. Staniszewska with the overhead pass, not looking to score. Bishop. MacArthur with the kill. And Spartans now trailing by 3.
The power she has up front and her location on these kills is really good for the Spartans.
Fantastic look there. MacArthur was able to go just on the left side of the defense, and she found the sweet spot. Elani Yosia, the libero for the Spartans, with the serve. Yosia has been amazing for Michigan State so far. And there's another dig from Yosia. Hold'em. Hold'em gets it to go. It was Avery Tatum with the initial touch, and Tatum couldn't corral it.
Yeah, Yosia with a great dig there. Made the whole point possible for the Spartans. And talking about her, she's returning for her final season of eligibility. She announced it 4 days ago. Big return for the Spartans.
No doubt. A huge, huge returner for Michigan State. Yosia has led this team so much this year. Leah Johnson would love to have her back. Once again, they went to the same side, Tatum, and Tatum got the kill. Tatum has had a lot of action come her way on both sides of the net so far on defense and offense, and she capitalizes the kill there.
And Michigan State wasn't able to dig that out from Tatum this time. Too much power.
Tatum the Kool-Aid. Tatum trying to set up Alonzo Carcelis, but it's blocked up front by the Michigan State front line. Kulig was in there first, along with Duzema and Hold'em.
Alonzo Carcelis was trying to get cute again, just drop it into the perfect location, and the Michigan State front wasn't having it.
Michigan State down 2. This is a crucial serve and point for both teams. Trying to go to Alonzo Carcelis, and Leah Moore was the first one there at the front of the net to slam it home and get the block for Michigan State.
And don't look now, Jack, but this is a 1-point game. This set is so important for both teams to get on the board.
Get another look at that last point. Leah Moore just finishing it off. And we'll step away here in the first set of action. It's a 1-point game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Big Ten Plus. In a 1-point contest here in the first set of action, Michigan State looking to come from behind and take the first set away from Indiana. And Indiana, on the other side of things, looking to finish off a back-and-forth set that, honestly, they've trailed most of the first set so far, but they're just looking to close it out.
Yeah, and what an entertaining set this has been. We talked about it earlier, how close these teams are. Both have the same conference record. We expected this to be a really close game, and in the first set, we are seeing exactly that.
Michigan State trying to battle and dig themselves out of these errors that they've had in the first set so far. Gary with the initial touch for the Hoosiers. Spartans now. Staniszewska trying to get a kill for herself. Meisinger over to Hold'em. Kept alive there by Gonzel. Great dig by Gary. And a kill from Alonzo Corsellis off the initial dig from Gary. A fantastic set there of teamwork from Indiana.
And that's her 6th kill of the set. A huge point for the Hoosiers.
You gotta look at the replay.
Tooling the block there. Fantastic job.
So back and forth. We are in set point now for Indiana. Both teams just trying to regroup, find that extra energy to close out the first set, as both teams will get a chance to talk to their head coaches, Leah Johnson for Michigan State and then Steve Aird for Indiana. And for Michigan State, you need obviously these next two, but when you're down and you're facing set point, you just have to take it point by point, and you can't worry about the points to follow. You just have to go one piece at a time.
Yeah, they just need to calm down, stay collective, and respond. We'll see how both of these teams come out of the timeout and what the coaches have drawn up.
And honestly, Jacob, it would be almost a steal for Michigan State to come away with this first set victory, given that they have had a total of 9 errors so far. So 6 attacking errors and then 3 service errors. We got to look at the last play before we head to the timeout. Just fantastic placement by Alonzo Corsellis.
Yeah, and Indiana has definitely played the cleaner game thus far. It's surprising that it's only a 2-point game and Michigan State has made it this close. But that's the Big Ten for you. It's so hard to win on the road in the Big Ten. Indiana is finding that struggle, trying to close out set number 1.
And obviously we mentioned earlier with Michigan State leading in the set history, and especially leading at home in set history as well. They have the advantage, but a good group of Indiana Hoosiers fans behind the bench have decided to come out today. Not too far, of course, Michigan, Indiana being so close to each other.
Making a nice trip over Thanksgiving break. And why not to watch some Big Ten volleyball?
Alonzo Corsellis now. Maizia. Moore blocked up front. Moore once again going to the back line this time. And it's going to be finished up from Geddes with the kill. Almost went out, but she had perfect placement on that one. Couldn't go over there and drop it better than that. Fantastic placement, and Indiana will take set 1.
Yeah, last week on Sunday, Indiana got swept by Wisconsin. So to find a set win early in this one, they have to feel really, really confident.
And Indiana maintaining momentum in the first set. They'll come back with a 1-0 lead against the Spartans here in East Lansing. And we are back in East Lansing for the second set of action. Indiana coming away with a 25-22 victory in the first set. And not only did Michigan State have 9 errors combined between attacking and serving, but Indiana did a fantastic job on the offensive side of things, getting their star players active and getting that hitting percentage to where it is right now.
Yeah, whenever their hitting percentage is sitting at .333, whenever you can have your hitting percentage above 300, you have to feel really, really good about yourself. On the opposite end, Michigan State, .205 hitting percentage. Not what they wanted, as you said, a lot of errors, which will downgrade that. But if Michigan State wants to respond, they need to lower the errors and play clean volleyball throughout.
No doubt, hitting percentage can definitely tell the tale of a set, as Indiana led that one by 13% over the Spartans. And Leah Johnson, both sides, obviously will have their adjustments, but you definitely think Leah Johnson is going to try to get more players involved. So much power and depth up front, and we've seen a lot of hold them, but I'm looking to see more of maybe MacArthur or Duzema here in the second set. Hallworth now. Such a powerful serve, and she gets the ace there.
And Indiana starting with their best server on that first serve. Just the power, the spin she has as a lefty, it's really, really hard to return.
I saw a great look at just the speed and how low that ball gets. That time, just a bit outside, so a serve error, and it'll be 1-1 here in the second set.
Yeah, we either see that with her serve, she either puts it right on the line or just out. Michigan State lucky, they haven't had to try to dig and try to get a point off of those.
in a very comparable serve now is Hold'em, Hold'em has a very powerful serve as well. And like you mentioned, Jacob, the other side of the coin, you could say, with those serves is it's either perfect, or if you hit it a little too low, it could go into the net. Gary now going to the near side. Yosia trying to set up Hold'em. Running after it is Gary. Tatum just gets it over, and MacArthur couldn't control that one. Going to the far side and just a bit outside.
And MacArthur has been so solid all night with her location. Just hit the outside of her hand there. It'll be an attacking error for her.
Morgan Geddes now with the serve. And Geddes can't keep it in, so back and forth each team goes with these errors here in the second set.
And now with Michigan State having to serve back, it is imperative that they string along a couple of points here. Set 2 is very, very important, especially for the Spartans.
You can never afford to be down 0-2. It's not impossible to come back. We see it quite often, but it's a very deep hill to climb. And Alonzo Corsellis, could not keep that one in. So again, attacking error for Indiana, and Michigan State now leads 3-2.
Michigan State will take whatever they can get to build a lead and try to take the second set.
We'll see a look at that one more time. It's going to be under review now.
Very close there.
Steve Ayer thought that one stayed in. And when you have those challenges, it's so important to have a solid team chemistry to build up with your team, because you have your players, tell you, no, coach, I think it stayed in. It's so important to trust your teammates, trust your players, because in situations like this, you want to believe them.
Yeah, and Steve Aird was on the complete other side of that play, so a lot of what goes into his decision to challenge a play like this is what his players see on the court. It's a tremendous amount of trust, and obviously he trusts them a lot. And it helps as Indiana gets the point there. Great challenge by Steve Aird.
And a good choice from Aird as we get a great look here. This time, just a wide shot. And yeah, fantastic challenge there, just right on the line in the favor of the Hoosiers. Gary now with the serve. Bishop trying to set up Grace Kelly, and it's blocked up front of the net by the Hoosier front line. Tatum was in there.
And Tatum has been a force all today in that front line. She's playing terrific.
Hoosiers definitely winning the battle up front so far. Bishop now going to the near side, trying to set up Duzema. And Duzema just a bit out on the right side of the line, and it's going to be an attacking error for Michigan State.
Just seems like the same story for the Spartans. They get a good look there, just can't keep it in bounds.
You see Duzema just on the right side. Spartans now with possession. Hold'em. Gary trying to set up Alonzo Corsellis. Yosia just a little bit too much on the left. And it's going to be a point for the Hoosiers. And Leah Johnson is going to have to use her first timeout of the second set.
Alonzo Corsellis has been amazing so far, already up to 8 kills on the match. And we're still really early in this second set.
Alonzo Corsellis maintaining the lead with the Hoosiers. We'll step away for a brief moment as Indiana leads 6-2 in the second set of action. You're watching Volley to the Court here in the second set of action. Indiana, more of the same so far in the first 8 points between both teams. Indiana maintaining a 6-2 lead against the Spartans, capitalizing on a lot of Michigan State mistakes that they made not only in the first set, but now transitioning into the second set.
Yeah, Leah Johnson there in the break, having to tell her team, we've got to calm down and we need to respond. Michigan State needs a big answer coming out of this break.
This is a Michigan State team that can go on a run very quickly with the amount of star players and the amount of power that they have, but likewise can be said for the Hoosiers. Gary now Oldham with the initial touch. This time to Kelly, and Kelly gets it down. Point, Michigan State, and a fantastic kill from Grace Kelly.
Yeah, the point out of the timeout is so important as we see the replay there. Kelly able to find the space between the defenders. Michigan State now looking to see if they can build on this momentum.
And fantastic body control by Kelly to not jump into the net. It's a very underlooked talent. The body control in volleyball, so important. And now they go to Tatum on the far side, and Tatum able to keep it in and get the point right back for the Hoosiers.
Talk about an answer. Tatum, we've talked about, has been solid all today.
Tatum now with the serve. Moore going to Kulig, and Kulig gets the kill. Aaliyah Moore with the initial touch. And then Susanna Kulig finished it off.
Big point there for the Spartans. Momentum was lost on the Tatum kill. Gets it right back though. Great play by Kulig.
And Susanna Kulig going forward will be so important for Leah Johnson to have this game. Gotta get Kulig going. Going out to Alonzo Corsellis, and it's blocked up front, but a great job to tool the block. Aaliyah Moore couldn't get it inside, and it falls out of bounds. Point, Indiana.
Alonzo Corsellis again here, finding the perfect angle as it hits the pin. Great point and great response for Indiana.
Alonzo Corsellis will serve now. Just a bit outside, so kind of a little bit of a trend that we've seen, Jacob. Both teams will get a couple points, they'll start to get a rally and a scoring run going, and then they'll dig themselves deeper in a hole with an attacking or serve error.
The announcer jinx, Jack.
Showing effect once again. And a great dig from the Spartans, but kept alive for Indiana. Staniszewska with the initial touch. And now Hold'em will just get it over. And those go to the far side. It's gonna be Cloheed.
Well, that was all made possible by the early dig by Lopez. That was a great dig by her and gave Indiana a chance at that point.
Fantastic teamwork from the Hoosiers. Multiple players getting into the action. But again, it was Savannah Cloheed who finished the job for Indiana. And Hold'em can't keep that one in off the serve. Indiana now with a 5-point lead.
Cloheed responding right back with a service ace of her own.
So getting the kill and then coming right back with the ace. And then that time, again, not being able to keep it in bounds. So Michigan State will get the point right back, and the lead is 4 for the Hoosiers.
We'll see if Michigan State can get a couple points going.
Julia Bishop. And if you want to get a run, Julia Bishop is a great server to go to. And going on the far side, it's Ramelsburg once again for Indiana. Michigan State wasn't fully set up there defensively.
Yeah, Ramelsburg, the graduate senior, such a force up front, making her presence known.
Allworth now just barely getting it over. Here's MacArthur, and MacArthur finds the sweet spot for the kill.
Michigan State taking advantage at the slower serve from Hayworth. As that hits the net, they were able to set it up beautifully, and MacArthur able to find the hole in the defense.
Julia Bishop credited with the assist there. Hold'em now. Dug out nicely by Gary. Tatum trying with the tip shot. Tatum again. Bishop now. Hold'em from the back line, and she gets it to go. Taylor Hold'em with the kill. Michigan State down 3.
Hold'em now up to 5 kills on the match. So consistent for the Spartans. She's a big part if they want to get on a nice run here.
And it's about limiting the mistakes for both teams if they want to come with a run. As I say that, Hold'em can't keep the serve in bounds. And it can definitely wear you down as an athlete mentally. You know, you're trying to come back into this game, or on the other side of things, if you're trying to maintain a lead, it's hard to do so when you're giving your opponent 3 points.
Yeah, the back and forth action could be very stressful for both of these teams. Both of them just trying to put their own respects away.
Goss now going to the near side. Hold'em. She originally thought it was out of bounds, but she nonetheless went off the defender's arms on the block on the front line for Indiana. So a point for Michigan State. We get another look here, and you know that's something that you can't see from the booth right away. Have to wait for the officials' word on that.
The tip-off Tatum gives Michigan State the point.
They go to Tatum once again on the far side. Bishop now going to Kelly. Gary's there. Alonzo Corsellis with the point. Again, off the front line of the Spartans. And tooling the block was Corsellis. Fantastic job from Indiana. And Steve Aird has to be happy with how his star player has played so far. Michigan State, another attacking error, and Indiana will get the point and maintain a 5-point lead, and that'll cause Leah Johnson to take a head coach. So Indiana finding a little bit of momentum, and they're starting to be able to maintain it and get a scoring run of their own.
We've talked about it all game. These teams just seem to go back and forth. Who is going to get on the run first? And right now, it seems like it's Indiana.
Leah Johnson talking it over, and we will step aside. Indiana leading by 5, 14-9 in the second set. You're watching Big Ten Plus volleyball. And after assignments from both coaches, all players will return to the court now as Indiana will lead by 5 in the second set of action, looking to take a 2-0 lead, which is so huge for the Hoosiers if they can finish out this second set.
We'll see what Michigan State comes up with after the timeout. They've been pretty good this match thus far.
Going over to Kelly. Now Alonzo Corsellis blocked up front by the Spartans. Corsellis again. Yosia going to the far side to Kelly. Alonzo Corsellis, both teams thinking that they went their way, but nonetheless, the Spartans will get the point. Indiana thought it went off a fingertip of one of the Michigan State front line. And you can definitely see why they thought it went off of Duzma, but Duzma doing a great job of getting her hands over to that left side.
Yeah, just great awareness there by Duzma. Michigan State able to get the point.
And giving it right back on the serve error. So Indiana, 5-point lead.
And that was the big there for Michigan State. Right out of the timeout, you get the point. What can you do with it? A service error is not what they wanted.
Tatum will check out and Fickle will check in. And Fickle now will have the serve for Indiana. Olivia Moore kept it alive there, and here she is once again. Going to the far side, and a beautiful job by Cloheed going to the far back end and then bringing it in near side. That was a great cross attack from Cloheed as we see on the replay.
Just look at the location of this, and as you mentioned before, the body control not to hit the net. It was a beautiful job by her.
Leah Johnson now talking it over with Aaliyah Moore, or excuse me, with Taylor Hold'em. Taylor Hold'em was a little shaken up after that one, slow to get up. Hoosiers lead by 6. Fickle with the serve. Yosia going over to Kelly, and Kelly gets it to go with the kill. Indiana couldn't control it, and Michigan State slowly cutting that lead to 5. We'll see if they can keep the momentum going.
We'll see what Michigan State can do with the serve now. Each of the last 3 times they've given it right back. It's important for them to build off of this momentum.
Staniszewska does have a powerful serve, likes to get it low. Once again, the Hoosiers will go far side. Yosia now, looking for Hold'em. This time to Alonzo Corsellis. Hold'em once again blocked up front, and a huge block by Clohede.
Well, she had a great attack earlier on this volley. Michigan State was able to pick it up, but she responds with the block.
The senior from Texas doing work in this first couple sets, right off the head of Kulik for the Spartans. Michigan State now. Hold'em blocked up front yet again, and the Hoosiers controlling the battle at the front lines.
Well, Clohede again with the block there. She's been huge for the Hoosiers, especially these last 3 volleys.
Alonzo Corsellis going for Leah Moore as the Spartans, and again, that's 3 blocks in a row for Indiana. Geddes is in there, Clohede and Hallworth all up front right now doing work for Indiana.
Indiana's front is taking control of this set. 3 straight points where they're responsible.
Michigan State now with an 8-point deficit. Yosia trying to set up Hold'em. Here's Hallworth. They're looking to go to Geddes, and it's going to be an error on Michigan State. Too close to the net. I believe it was one of the Spartans. Didn't get quite word on who it was, but nonetheless, a team error for Michigan State and a 9-point lead for Indiana.
They put on quite a run here in the second set.
Going back to Hold'em. Hold'em with the kill. Gary couldn't get over to the near side quick enough, and Hold'em responded.
And that's how you get back into this thing. Go to old reliable. Hold'em has been consistent for them all year. Just a freshman, but a powerful superstar for the Spartans. And if they're going to get on a little run here, you have to think she is going to be involved.
Michigan State just has to come together as a team in general, having too many errors so far in these first 2 sets. Kulik with the initial serve, and then it goes into the hands of Geddes, and she tools the block and gets the kill.
Great job there by Geddes. Able to find the angle out on the Spartans, and a point for Indiana.
Morgan Geddes, the 6'2" senior from Ohio. Hold'em once again. Running after it now is the Hoosiers. And Hold'em will get the kill. Hoosiers could not get there quick enough. It was Lopez running after it, and the Spartans will get another point.
Hold'em up to 8 kills this game. She's been fantastic for the Spartans. One of the lone bright spots for them thus far.
You see Lopez was quick over to the ball, but needed a few more steps on it to really keep it in. Going cross court now, and there it is, Ramelsberg with the kill. And Ramelsberg, a great awareness to get over to the far side. She's gone to that cross attack multiple times, Jacob, and multiple times she has succeeded.
Well, Ramelsberg has one of the best hitting percentages in the Big Ten. Whenever she gets contact with the ball, she knows exactly where she wants to put it.
Here's Hallworth. You see it with the initial touch. Now to MacArthur. Hold'em. And it'll be a point for Indiana. Hold'em couldn't keep it in.
Well, Indiana closing in here with their best server on the stripe. Going to be a tough challenge here for the Spartans.
It's always a question. We mentioned the officials earlier, but they've done a great job so far. It's always a question up front. If it touched either side. But nonetheless, Indiana will get the point. Here's Bishop. It'll be a point for Indiana. Attacking error from the Spartans. Indiana now in set point. And Indiana fans behind the bench are all on their feet.
Great showing today from Indiana fans as they get set for set point with their best server, Ayworth.
Ayworth now. You'll see with the initial touch. Now over to Duzema. And again, it is the story of both sets so far. Duzema could not keep it in. And another attacking error for the Spartans. That's 15 in the first 2 sets for Michigan State. Indiana in the driver's seat, up 2-0.
Yeah, Michigan State was trying to avoid an 0-2 start last week, or this week, with what the start was last week.
Indiana strong in command, and we'll see if they can finish it off when we come back. You're watching Big Ten Plus Volleyball right here in East Lansing. And we are back in East Lansing, ladies and gentlemen, for the third set of action. Indiana taking a 2-0 lead here. Jacob, they've done so well capitalizing off Michigan State's success. We'll look to see them do so in the third set. But for Michigan State, they really need to limit those attacking errors and service errors.
Yeah, it was a back and forth action between these two teams in the second set especially. And we knew the winner of the set would be whoever could get on the run first. Indiana got on that run, and they went on a tremendous tear, winning the set. They'll look to do the same in the third set, keep the momentum going. For the Spartans, it is key that they stop that momentum and get on a run of their own.
And 21 errors for the Spartans in those first 2 sets. Leah Johnson talking it over multiple times with her team, and she'll just be looking for her star players to really come away with some momentum and get players like Hold'em, MacArthur going. As we see, just a combination of the blocks from the Hoosiers so far in these first couple of sets. They've just done a great job up front, winning those battles at the line.
Yeah, well, a big reason for their run is their front. They've had tremendous blocks, tremendous attacks. They've just been playing clean volleyball.
No doubt, and we look at the amount of errors both teams so far. We mentioned earlier Michigan State obviously with 21, but the Hoosiers doing a pretty solid job so far through the first 2, only with 12. So a 9-point differential there, and Michigan State almost a full set of errors with 21.
Obviously not what they want. Leah Johnson has to tell her team to clean that up, play clean volleyball down the stretch.
And Leah Johnson will do so, as she has done a fantastic job all year. Julia Bishop will get things started in the third set of action. And Bishop gets the ace off of the error from the Hoosiers, and that's a good start for Michigan State.
They needed that.
Bishop now once again rolling around the net. Bishop now with just the overhead pass. We go to Alonzo Corsellis, and it's blocked up front by Duzema.
Finally, Michigan State is able to put up back-to-back points. It's been a while. Let's see if they can get on a little run of their own to start this set.
And it was Michigan State winning the battle up front that time. As Grace Kelly finds it in the sweet spot, and all she has to do is just hammer it home, and she gets the kill of her own.
The dig by Geddes was just a little too far over the net. Grace Kelly took advantage, put it in the perfect spot, and the Spartans lead 3-0.
Now going to the near side for the Hoosiers. Kelly has it. She goes cross court. MacArthur gets the kill of her own.
Great dig there by Yosia. She was in the perfect spot and was able to get the ball straight up in the air. Michigan State was able to set up their attack. MacArthur, so good there up front, getting the kill.
Michigan State come out strong in this first set. not being able to keep it in was Gonçalves. And Michigan State gets a point once again, this time on the error from the Hoosiers.
And now we are seeing the script flipped. Indiana is the one making the errors, and the Spartans are taking advantage.
Going to the near side, and it was Ramelsburg with the touch and Ramelsburg with the kill as the Hoosiers get on the board.
When in doubt, go to the graduate senior. Hayworth with the perfect setup there. Indiana is on the board here in the third set.
Gary getting it over. Michigan State trying to stop their offense. They go to Kelly, and it's blocked up front. This time, it's Tatum in there for the Hoosiers.
Hoosiers going back to what worked for them in the second set. Frontline play being a supreme for them. Able to get the point there.
Gary now not able to get it over. She says that's my bad to her teammates.
Yeah, we talk about the team chemistry. Both these teams, no matter how many errors, are always still so connected. Indiana will not be fazed by that.
Staniszewska now to serve for Michigan State. They'll go to Alonzo Corsellis, and she gets another kill to add to her day so far.
And today she's had a fantastic hitting percentage, way above 350. She's been really solid for the Hoosiers.
Look at this placement by Corsellis. Going to the near side, cross court. Couldn't draw it up better. Bishop now. Trying to go to Duzema, and the Spartans will get the point. They'll say it touched the Hoosier defense. So
and that was close, Jack. Right on the edge of that line, but the Spartans will take it.
No doubt, Jacob. A 4-point lead for Michigan State in this third set. Yosia now. They'll go this time to the near side, and again, it's Colheed. She's had a fantastic day so far, building on that in this third set. If the Hoosiers want to close it out, they've got to look to Colheed.
We've been calling her name a lot from the second set on. She's been a big factor for the Hoosiers, a very positive force for them up front.
You'll see it to Hold'em. Hold'em with the tip shot, and she gets it to go, tooling the block yet again for Taylor Hold'em.
Able to find the angle. She saw the blockers up in front here. Just tipped off the fingers of Indiana. A point for Michigan State.
A great job by the line judge today. Both of them, excuse me, as we've had a lot of action up front. And it's going to be an attacking error from the Hoosiers, and Michigan State will get the point. Now force Steve Aird into a timeout.
Indiana needing to talk this over. Momentum seems to have shifted in this third set. Just calm his team down and get collective.
And awakening the Breslin crowd a little bit. We will see if Michigan State can continue and hold on to this lead in the third set. We'll be right back on Big Ten Plus. Lansing here for the third set of action. Michigan State leading by 5, and they'll look to come away with a third set victory and try to climb their way back in this one as they've dug themselves a deep hole against the Indiana Hoosiers.
Looking at Indiana after that timeout, they seem in positive spirits like they always are. They're ready for a momentum shift.
Steve Aird taking a timeout before things get too out of hand, trying to collectively regain momentum and get his team back into this one. Hoosiers now. Kulig with the block up front. Hoosiers still have it. Now into the hands of the Spartans. Hold'em blocked up front once again. Aaliyah Moore this time. Going to the far side, and it's Geddes with that one. She gets the kill, tooling the block from the Spartan front line.
Indiana has just been doing such a good job at positioning this whole match. The Spartans are trying to find the weak point in that Indiana defense, and Indiana is doing a nice job getting back in their spots.
And it looks like we might be going to official review off of that last point. We just got word overhead. It is going to be an official review.
We'll take a look here.
I think they're going to be looking at.
The call on the floor was Indiana point. Leah Johnson wanted a second look.
They might be looking at, they're definitely going to be looking at the action at the front of the net. I believe it's going to be seeing if it went off the hands of either Moore or Kulig. This will be a huge point for Indiana.
So we can see Michigan State still staying in high spirits. Still up 4, possibly 5. They have to be feeling good on their start of this third set.
And it definitely, on that look there, definitely went off the hands of Moore.
Definitely made contact with the Spartans there.
Have consensus, and it is Indiana point. As our officials talk it over and letting Leah Johnson know with the explanation. I believe that's Christina Fibich for the referee. Leah Johnson was not happy, did not agree with that call. You'll see it to Moore, and Moore gets it to go with the kill.
And Michigan State gets the momentum right back. Leah Moore, the powerful kill. Great attack for the Spartans.
Michigan State now 5-point lead in the third set. Oldham now getting it over, and an attacking error for the Hoosiers. Michigan State building on this lead.
Finally, the Spartans seem to be on a little bit of a run.
Battle up front once again. Yosia kept it alive. Hoosiers going to the near side. Berger now to Kulig, and Kulig gets the kill.
That was all made possible by Yosia coming in from the back line and saving that volley. Michigan State was able to recover, and Kulig with the great kill.
Oldham now over to Gary. Now going to the far side, and a point for Indiana. Morgan Geddes was there with the kill.
Indiana stops the bleeding a little bit. We'll see if they can get momentum. Their best server, Cameron Hayworth, is stepping up.
Hallworth now getting it over. Yosia. It's going to be a point for Indiana. Error from the Spartans, too close to the net. Yosia trying to get an official explanation. Both teams will return to the bench as they'll have another review this time. Leah Johnson did not, again, agree with that call. Talking it over with her team. Talking with Berger now specifically.
We'll see what they're looking at shortly. Leah Johnson obviously saw something.
And we can see just a little bit there. They're zooming in on the initial attempt from Cameron Burke. And it is Indiana point. Leah Johnson 0-2 now in this set in challenges.
Well, we know the head coaches only get 2 challenges. If this game were to go to 5 sets, she would get 1 back, but costly early to lose both of those.
And a good point there. As Leah Johnson now will not have any more left. And it's going to be an ace for Indiana.
We talk about it time and time again. Cameron Hayworth is so good at those serves. They are so hard to return, so powerful, and so low.
Allworth now with another one back to back. Yosia couldn't keep it in. And Cameron Hallworth bringing the Hoosiers to life in this third set. Hallworth now, can she make it 3? Spartans control it this time. Staniszewska. Running after it is Gary, and Staniszewska gets the point for the Spartans.
Big stop there for the Spartans. Obviously stopping Indiana's best server is very key.
Kulig will now serve for Michigan State. Gary now going over to the Spartans. Here's Staniszewska. Tatum now kept alive by Berger. Going to Leah Moore. Hoosiers chasing after it. Berger to Moore once again. And Moore gets it to go for Michigan State. The kill from Aaliyah Moore.
Well, great communication there for Indiana. They seemed a little bit in shambles, but Michigan State able to respond. Aaliyah Moore took advantage of their positioning and found the empty space in the defense.
Kulig now once again. They go over to Tatum, and Tatum with the powerful kill there.
Her 4th kill of the game. She's been solid up front for the Hoosiers.
Gaddis will head to the bench, and Gosnell will check into the game. Gosnell will have the serve. Berger now to Staniszewska. Staniszewska blocked to the net, kept alive by MacArthur. Gary now going to Tatum. Tatum once again, and Yosia could not keep that one in bounds, and it flies into the stands.
Too much power there from Tatum. Has a lot of force on that kill.
Leah Johnson will take a timeout, and this Spartan lead now down to only 2. The third set of action coming right up here on Big Ten. And we are back in East Lansing as the Indiana Hoosiers climbing back in the third set. Michigan State having a lot of momentum. Then after a costly couple challenges from Leah Johnson that didn't go the Spartans' way, and Indiana starting to win the battle up front, the Hoosiers now only down 2, but Michigan State still active, still alive. The energy is here. The Breslin crowd is still in effect.
Well, Indiana, after that earlier timeout, has done nothing but respond. We're down early in the set and only down to 2. We'll see if they can take back the lead.
Here's Gosnell. And miscommunication between Staniszewska and MacArthur. And that is one that you want to have back, Jacob.
Just costly there for the Spartans. One of the worst errors you can make is communication.
Cosnell once again. Stanishevsky got it this time. Here's MacArthur. Berry now. Stanishevsky once again blocked up front by Tatum. Hold him now. Going to Alonzo Corsellis, and Corsellis cannot keep it in. Michigan State will get the point, and they'll maintain a 2-point lead.
Yosia has done a great job for the Spartans. Her quick reaction time, able to dig that out earlier in the volley. Michigan State able to keep it alive and force Indiana to make the attacking error.
Bishop now to serve for Michigan State. Going to Tatum. MacArthur was there up front. Tatum once again with the tip. And it's going to go in favor of the Spartans. Tatum set that one up top just a little too far on the near side and out of bounds for Indiana.
And now we are seeing the Michigan State front try to fight back against this Indiana front. They've been winning the battle thus far in this third set.
MacArthur this time with the kill. Julia Bishop put a little more heat on that one that we've seen. I think caught the Indiana off guard.
Yeah, they weren't able to dig it for an attack. MacArthur took advantage.
And again, it's a ace for Bishop. A couple points from Julia Bishop in her serving time through this set. Julia Bishop creating momentum for the Spartans. Michigan State up 5.
Michigan State going on a little bit of a run on their own to close this set. That's what both teams have needed to do to win the sets. We'll see if Michigan State can hold on.
Michigan State in a 4-0 scoring run. We'll see if they can close the third set out when we come back momentarily. You're watching volleyball on Big Ten Plus. We are back in East Lansing after the coach's timeout. Michigan State leading by 5, 18-13 in the third set. Trying to close out the Indiana Hoosiers in this third set. Michigan State still looking to get on the board. Indiana has taken away the first 2 sets so far here in the Breslin Center.
This is a must-win set for Michigan State. Not only is if they lose it, they lose the match, but to get momentum going, they can't let this lead slip away.
Julia Bishop continuing her serving run. Here's Bishop. They go to Tatum. And Tatum with the massive kill.
Hallworth with the find and Tatum with the kill, a formula that seems to be working for the Hoosiers.
Get another look. Tatum so powerful. Bishop cannot get there over quick enough. Bishop trying to set up MacArthur. Blocked at the front. Alonzo Corsellis sends it over. In the hands now of Bishop. Stanishevsky blocked up front yet again. And it went off of MacArthur and out of bounds. Another point for Indiana.
Now this is only a 3-point game. Indiana looks to take advantage on this serve.
Ending the scoring run from the Spartans and trying to go on their own. Bishop now, and Bishop was out of bounds, trying to set up the offensive line. It's going to be a timeout from Leah Johnson. As Indiana going on their own scoring run after Michigan State was on a 4-0. Whatever head coach Steve Ayer drew up in the timeout, Jacob, it worked.
Yeah, Indiana just is going back to what worked in the first 2 sets, team chemistry. That is, they know where they have to be. Their communication, even if it isn't direct, is there. And that's their biggest advantage thus far in this match.
No doubt, we see those last couple points. MacArthur there on that last one. Just unable to keep it in. And a quick break for Indiana as they're quick in the huddle and back onto the court. Michigan State would follow shortly.
Well, high in spirits for Indiana. They don't want anything to stop them. They'll get on the court right away. They came out of that break really playing well, and they want to keep that up.
players now talking it over themselves. We got a good look there of Tatum, Colheed, that front line for Indiana, trying to finish off the Spartans. Leah Johnson trying to get the game plan set for Michigan State. Michigan State has struggled with errors in the first 2 sets, not too much in this one in the third, but it's been more of the Indiana front line that continues to just outplay the Spartans.
Yeah, well, Michigan State has done a lot better in this third set with the Indiana front line. Still advantage Hoosiers, but Michigan State finds themselves still up 2 in a must-win set for them.
And it's also been the hitting percentage that can tell the tale of the story. Indiana with a 16% better percentage than Michigan State. Indiana at 30%, Michigan State at 14. So here's Bishop to MacArthur. Dug out well by Gary. Now Alonzo Corsalis. Yosia running after it. Gets it over to Kelly, and Kelly backpedaling, cannot keep it in bounds.
Well, that was all made possible by the dig by the freshman Gary. She's been outstanding. She's 4th in the conference in digs per set, just as a freshman.
Indiana doing a great job on this 4-0 scoring run so far. Bishop now going over to Duzma, and Duzma with the attacking error cannot get it over. And we have a tie ball game now, Jacob. 18-18 here in East Lansing.
Ever since Steve Air took that timeout earlier, Indiana has come with a new fire under their belly. To tie this set up, that is huge for the Hoosiers as they look to sweep the Spartans here in East Lansing.
Allworth now. Bishop to MacArthur. Alonzo Corsalis. Gary keeping it alive. Bishop one more time to MacArthur. Dug out nicely. There's Bishop. This time they go to Hold'em. Again, another dig from Gary, but an attacking error from Gassel. And Michigan State getting the long back and forth point.
Now give credit to Michigan State. They took advantage of Indiana in their tussle. Indiana, their positioning is not the best on this.
Staniszewska in serve for the Spartans. Kept alive by Indiana. They go to Tatum. Bishop's there. Alonzo Corsalis could not keep it in, and it's a point for Michigan State.
And now it's Michigan State who seems very synchronized. Their positioning on that play was outstanding. They knew exactly where they needed to be and were able to get the point.
And we see there, Alonzo Corsalis just unable to get it inside. Tatum now. Going to Corsalis one more time, and Alonzo Corsalis could not get it in. And once again, Michigan State now with a 3-0 run.
Indiana made it close, and Michigan State has responded. Give them credit. They want this set bad.
Staniszewska. Over to Tatum. MacArthur. We'll see with the overhead. Bishop now to Hold'em, and Hold'em with the kill. Taylor Hold'em putting the Spartans up 4.
Big play from the freshman, her 11th kill of the night. She's been outstanding, and a big piece from the Spartan third set dominance.
You'll see this kill from Hold'em once again. Perfect form, right between the blockers.
She found the spot.
Gary unable to get over there quick enough. Staniszewska once again. Going to Alonzo Corsalis, off a MacArthur's back, and that's going to be a point for Indiana. Great job to tool the block from Alonzo Corsalis.
Well, Alonzo Corsalis had a fantastic hitting percentage in the first 2 sets. This third set, she's made a couple of attacking errors. Good for her, though, to get right back on track.
Fickle now to serve for Indiana. Bishop looking for MacArthur. MacArthur going near side, and a beautiful cross attack from MacArthur.
MacArthur called that all the way. She told Bishop behind her that she wanted it, and she delivered.
See another great replay there. MacArthur just going cross sides as MacArthur heads to the bench, and Kulig will check in. They go to Corsalis and unable to keep it alive. Yosia got there quick enough, but just a little too low as it rifled off Yosia. And Alonzo Corsalis racking up another kill.
Just a powerful kill from the young sophomore. Up to 13 kills tonight.
These next points for Indiana are crucial if they want to close out the Spartans. Here's Hold'em. Great dig there by Lopez. Now to Corsalis once again. And that time, unable to keep it alive was Colheed. And the Spartans are now in set point.
Great effort there by both teams. Michigan State ends up with the point there. A huge match point for the Spartans as they look to get this match to a 2-1 lead.
Berger to serve. And that'll be Indiana point. Waiting official review right away. Could not tell if that was on the line or not, but nonetheless just a bit outside. And Indiana will come away with a point there.
Well, even if Leah Johnson wanted to look at that, she's out of challenges.
And that's to be a service error for Indiana. Point Michigan State, and they will come away with set 3 victory. Looking to come back here in East Lansing. 25-20 was the final. Michigan State coming away with the victory in that third set. We will step away and we will come back with the 4th set of action here in East Lansing. Indiana still leading 2-1. And we are back in East Lansing for the 4th set of action getting underway. Michigan State Spartans coming away with a 25-21 victory in the 3rd set, but Indiana, on the other hand, looking to still close things out.
Well, we knew this would be a close game. Both of them have the same conference record. And if you look at the conference stats, looks at in any category, these teams are right next to each other. We knew this would be a close one, and we have a good Big Ten volleyball match here today.
And last year when these two teams met, both meetings went into 5 sets. So, could be a sign of the times, but Indiana is definitely looking to not let that repeat as they want to close things out in East Lansing and not give the Spartans any momentum.
Always
whatsoever.
a close match between these two teams. We've got a good one on our hands.
No doubt, Jacob. In this 4th set, it's all gonna, whoever can limit the errors will be the team that will come out victorious in this 4th set. So look to see the error count as Indiana starts with it. And Indiana gets the first point off of the Ramelsburg kill.
Well, Ramelsburg was right there waiting for that ball to cross the net. She took advantage.
Allworth now to serve. And Yosia wasn't there quick enough. It was called out from, I believe, Staniszewska, but miscommunication from the Spartans. And Indiana with a first 2 quick points.
That's her 5th ace of the game. She's been outstanding.
Yosia gets it this time. Now going over to Hold'em. And out of bounds. Excuse me. Point for Michigan State. Looks to be an error from the Hoosiers, giving Michigan State that point.
It is so important, the first few points in this set.
Yosia to serve. Going out of Ramelsburg, battled around, Gary keeps it alive. This time they go to the far side and out of bounds. Point, Michigan State.
Michigan State with 2 big points there. They're looking to go on a little bit of a run of their own. That's how they won set number 3. It was a good early start.
Ramelsburg again, and Ramelsburg hammers it home in a kill for the Hoosiers.
Well, she's been active this set. Already her 2nd kill in set number 4. The graduate senior is making her presence known up front.
Morgan Geddes to serve. Here's Geddes. Going over to Hold'em. Hold'em blocked up front. It was Ramelsburg in there, combined as well with Tatum.
If Indiana wants to win this set, their front needs to be a presence. That was their key to winning the first 2 sets in this matchup.
Michigan State brought the momentum in the third as we look at the blocks. Indiana with 10. Berry now keeping it alive. Garcia, the Bishop. Kulig blocked up front. Here's Hold'em once again, and Hold'em gets the kill. Michigan State down 1.
Well, on that previous attack from Indiana, they seemed a little bit lost in communication. Just got it over to the Spartans, and the Spartans were able to set up a well-rehearsed attack, getting the point.
Substitutions will come in for both teams. Berger will check in, as well as Gosnell for Indiana. Here's Berger. Looking for Tatum. Garcia can't keep it in. And Tatum will get the kill.
The power behind that sends that all the way into the stands. What force. Great job there by Tatum.
Michigan State now. Aaliyah Moore trying to get on the board in this 4th set. Kulig tried to hammer it. And now here's Tatum. And Tatum with another one, back-to-back 2 kills for Avery Tatum.
She's been huge this set. As the Hoosiers take a 6-3 lead early, we've seen whatever team can get the early lead in the set seems to dominate. Indiana on top early.
Gary now. Stanishevska diving for it. Hold'em getting it over. Alonzo Corsellis with a powerful attack, and a point will be awarded to Indiana.
Alonzo Corsellis was a big part of the Hoosiers in their victory in the first 2 sets. She's making her presence known in the 4th. We'll see if they can take this one.
That'll force Leah Johnson into timeout, and we will take timeout as well. Indiana looking to close out the Spartans here in East Lansing. Don't go anywhere. You're watching volleyball on Big. And we are back in East Lansing as both teams return to the court. Indiana with a quick 4-point lead against the Spartans. Not only do they lead the set, they also lead the match, and they're trying to close out Michigan State in the President Center here in East Lansing.
We'll see how Michigan State can come out of the timeout. They've had mixed results so far. Leah Johnson still is really good at using the timeout to get this team on runs.
Ready to start things off after the break. Here's Hold'em. Hold'em blocked up front originally, and it's going to be a point for Indiana. Attacking error from Hold'em. See another look. Hold'em just too far into the net.
Michigan State hit the net there. Point Indiana.
Berger over to Hold'em again. Hold'em can't keep it in too far on that far side. And another point for Indiana as this lead grows to 6.
The last play, she touched the net. This play, it almost seemed like she was a little bit shy of it. Just trying to position it, but goes out of bounds. Big point for the Hoosiers.
And again, Jacob, we mentioned whichever team can limit the errors will be the team that will come victorious in this fourth set, as Meisinger will check in for the Spartans and Berger will head out. Aaliyah Moore with the kill. Aaliyah Moore coming from that back line, and she got it to go. Point Michigan State.
Leah Moore has been huge for the Spartans. Big Ten Network analyst Emily Eman has ranked her number 5 in opposite hitters in the conference. A real superstar for the Spartans.
Leah Moore putting people on notice as she's done so all year. Alonzo Corsellis, good dig by Meisinger. Now over to Kelly. Looking for Tatum. Kelly once again blocked up front. Indiana trying to set up Tatum. Here she is, and Tatum with the kill.
Allworth did a great job there. Knew Tatum was behind her. Had the instinct to find her. And that's why she's 3rd in the Big Ten in assists per set.
Great team effort by the Hoosiers. Lead is 6. Here's Kelly, and Kelly gets the kill of her own. Right back. Michigan State will get the point.
Probably the most forceful kill this match for Kelly. A lot of oomph on that one. Hard for Indiana to return.
Here's Kulig now with the serve for Michigan State. Indiana getting ready to set up into formation. Going up to Alonzo Corsellis, blocked up front by MacArthur. Hold'em keeping it in. Hold'em right back. Now Corsellis once again. William Moore tried to hammer it home. Alonzo Corsellis. Dug out nicely by Lopez. And blocked up front by Aaliyah Moore. Back and forth they went, and Aaliyah Moore comes out victorious, giving Michigan State the point.
The power on that volley was incredible. Each team going back and forth with their own blows. Michigan State front gets the advantage there as Aaliyah Moore and Amani MacArthur are there for the block.
Again, Michigan State still behind on blocks throughout the match. However, that was a huge momentum creator for the Spartans. Those long volleys that you win can create so much momentum. We'll see if the Spartans can continue that. Kulig now. Great job by the Hoosiers to keep it alive. And even a better kill there from Gosnell.
Hallworth with the diving dig to get it out. Saves his point for the Hoosiers, and Gosnell able to finish it off for the kill.
Fantastic combination from both Hoosiers on that point as they push the lead to 5. And it's going to be an ace for Indiana as Alonzo Corsellis sent it over to Moore, and Aaliyah Moore could not handle it.
Alonzo Corsellis getting involved. That's when Indiana is successful.
Here she is yet again. Meisinger going to MacArthur, and MacArthur caught herself in an awkward position, and Indiana will gain the point, and Leah Johnson will talk it over with her team once again.
Well, Indiana growing that lead, now up to 7. They're trying to finish off this set, come out of East Lansing with the victory.
They got Amani MacArthur with the attacking error. As we mentioned multiple times, whoever can control those errors will be the team to come out victorious. We will see which team creates that story here in East Lansing in just a few moments. You're watching volleyball on Big Ten Plus. And we are back in East Lansing here as the Indiana Hoosiers lead the match, but also lead the fourth set of action here by 7, 13-6 against Michigan State. The Hoosiers trying to come away with a 3-1 victory at the President's Center. Michigan State trying to climb back.
This is a big point here for the Spartans. We'll see what they can do out of the timeout. They have to limit the errors, as you have said.
You'll see trying to get the communication between Meisena and Moore. The Spartans with an error again there.
Spartans just a little late there. Not what they wanted out of the timeout.
And spacing was an issue on that one as Aaliyah Moore a little too far on that near side. And you'll see cannot keep it alive as it is another point for Indiana and another ace for Alonzo Corsellis.
She's up to 5 service aces on the game.
And a 9-point lead for the Hoosiers. Michigan State needing to create some momentum quick. Battle at the front net. Cross attack dug out by Osea. Here's Hold'em. Tipped over and Hold'em gets it again. Meisena now over to Kelly. And it's going to be a point for Indiana, back and forth, but nonetheless, the Hoosiers get it. Ramsey Gary was active in that back and forth rally for Indiana.
Now they're up 10. And Alonzo Corsellis already a season high in aces. We'll see what she can do on the serve.
Good communication from the Hoosiers to keep it alive. You'll see it now to Hold'em. Blocked up front on a combination from Colheed and Geddes.
This Indiana front is just taking over this game. They've been so superior all night long, and they are really winning this net battle.
Meisena looking over to still get the serve over the net, and again, that is gonna go as an ace for Alonzo Corsellis. Once again, the Spartans having trouble trying to get the ball over the net. As we see the aces for both teams, Jacob.
5 service aces for Alonzo Corsellis this game. Michigan State just in rough positioning, trying to field their serves.
And not only Corsellis, but overall as a team. And a furious kill there from Hallworth. And a fantastic misdirection play. Was gonna go for the set. And almost with a skyhook type attack there, catching the Spartans off guard.
Well, we know how good she is at passing. If she can catch them off guard, she just decides to go for the attack.
Here's Aaliyah Moore trying to go upstairs, and Aaliyah Moore puts the Spartans on the board after a 9-0 scoring run from Indiana.
They needed something to stop the bleeding. Michigan State now needs a big run if they want any chance at this set and the match.
Julia Bishop will check in. Aaliyah Moore will check out for Michigan State. Here's Bishop. Going to the cross attack and tooling the block for the Spartans is Colheed once again.
We can talk about it over and over, but these front lines for Indiana has been spectacular. Just forceful on those kills.
And Spartan front lines just not able to send the attacks back. Staniszewska unable to gain. Staniszewska's attack was Indiana, and the Spartans will come away with a point.
The result from the dig just too close to the net. Too tough for Indiana to get.
An attack error for the Hoosiers. There's that misdirection again from Hayworth once again. Hallworth, excuse me. Here she is. Alonzo Corsellis now back for the Hoosiers. And Hold'em trying to get the kill herself, but sends it a little too far. An attacking error for the Spartans once again.
Hold'em usually able to locate these. Just having trouble tonight, her 12th error.
Cameron Hallworth now. Here she is. Garcia with the initial touch. Duzema in the game for the Spartans. And Duzema gets the point for Michigan State off of the block.
Huge for the Spartans to get that point off Indiana's best server. They were able to dig it off. Nice on the initial serve. It set up a good volley.
Evie Duzema and Amani MacArthur in on a combination for that point. And the Indiana Hoosiers answer right back. Ramelsburg with the kill.
Indiana looking to close out this set with their front line.
Michigan State on a big uphill battle now. Indiana just looking to limit the mistakes and close the Spartans out. Yosia could not get the serve, and it's another ace for the Hoosiers.
Michigan State came into this matchup 6th worst in fielding opponents' serves, and it's really shown tonight. Indiana taking advantage of that with a lot of aces.
Morgan Geddes to serve. Here she is. And just outside the reach of Duzema. It'll be a point for Michigan State on the serve error from the Hoosiers.
Substitutions for the Spartans. Such a deep team Leah Johnson has. Just not able to find a lineup, able to get chemistry today.
A big part of that is just the combination up front from the Hoosiers as Meisner sends it into the net, and it is match point for Indiana. And the Hoosier fans are on their feet.
The young freshman, Gary, ready to serve.
Ramsey Gary getting ready to send it across for the Hoosiers. Looking to close out the Spartans. Hold on. Sent down at the net, and the Hoosiers come away with the victory in East Lansing. Savannah Colheed closes the night out, and Indiana leads and wins for the Hoosiers 4-1 in East Lansing.
Well, what better way to end this game than from the front lines from Indiana. They have played such a great game. Indiana as a whole, too, limiting the errors. We said that was a key throughout this whole game. Indiana, it's so hard to win on the road in the Big Ten, and Indiana just did that, getting to 10 conference wins.
So in 4 sets, the Hoosiers close out the Spartans 3-1 and put their conference record over 500. Michigan State will be back tomorrow to face off against Purdue. You'll see me on call once again, this time with Briggs Maloney. From everybody on Big Ten Plus, we thank our director and producer, Matt McCullough, today for making this all possible, and everybody in the control room. We are saying good night from East Lansing. You were watching Volleyball Michigan State, Indiana on Big Ten Plus.